My screen is visible, right?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so before we start new chapter from book, let's focus on one more important grammar topic for A2, that is modal verbs, aber in Präteritum. Das bedeutet in past tense. So what we have learned so far in terms of modal verbs, they were in present tense, but now we would be learning them in Preteritum also. But before we learn them, let's have a quick overview about three type of tenses which are important in A1 and A2 both. So present tense, which we have done already, like I am doing or I am learning German. So this is our present tense. I learned German. This is past tense, simple past tense. Present perfect tense, I have learned German. This is present perfect tense. So just to reiterate, if you guys, I'm sure you guys would be well aware already about this. So when we speak about something in past tense, people usually prefer to speak it in present perfect tense. But if there is something written, maybe in a novel or in a newspaper or any article you would be reading some about incidents, that would be basically in past tense. So when we write something in past tense, be it any type of verb, maybe modal verb or regular verb or irregular verb or separable verbs. So in German there is an extra t added with the verb. So let's say if I have to write ich wohne, that is our simple present tense. But in past tense, I would write it ich wohnte. So I would add extra t here. So now this t comes with like certain different combinations with other type of like other words added to it, but extra t will always be there. So once you will start reading more and more, you will able to distinguish that this has been written in present tense, this has been written in past tense, and something else has been written in present perfect tense. So ich wohne present tense, ich wohnte past tense, und ich habe gewohnt, that is present perfect tense. So this is how we distinguish between the past tenses. Now if I talk about normal verbs, let's say regular verbs or irregular verbs or separable verbs, there we hardly use past tense. But when it comes to modal verbs, these are important to learn in past tense also, specifically when it comes to modal verbs. So now let's see how they are conjugated and how we use them. So let's have a quick overview about present tense first. Können, that means can, your ability to do something. Müssen, that means you have to do something which is mandatory. Then mögen, will, like mögen, something which you like. Sollen, something which you should do. Wollen, which something which you want to do. And then dürfen, something which you are allowed to do, or when you allow somebody to do something. So dürfen. Now, talking about conjugation, in present tense, the stem word changes a lot. But in past tense, this is pretty simple to learn. So again, the same rule applies for ish and erzs. The conjugation will be same in present tense also and in past tense also. So now let's see these verbs, modal verbs are conjugated in past tense. So können first. Können, our stem word is kyon. So in past tense, we usually remove the extra umlaut and then we add extra t, because we are talking about past tense. So extra t will always be there, plus e, extra e, the way we conjugate any verb with ish. So that will become ish konnte. Here it was ish kann, aber here ish konnte. Then do contest. Again, we would be taking the stem word, we would remove the umlaut, extra t, and then extra est. Similarly, we conjugate something with do. So ich konnte, do contest. Again, er sie es and ich remains same. So er sie es konnte, wir konnten, ihr konntet, con stem word, without the umlaut, extra t because it's past tense, and then extra t again because we are conjugating with ear. So ear, content. Then z and z, also where z and z, same, content. So it would not be kyontan, but it would be content because this is past tense. So here kyonan means can, and here this means content means could. This content means could. So here müssen means I have to do something, something which is mandatory, have to, but here mussten would be, here this mussten would be bedeutet had to. So that's how they are changing. Now the rule which we have seen while conjugating with kyonan, that will be followed by with all other modal verbs as well. So let's see of müssen. Ich, mus is our stem word, so we will remove the umlaut plus t plus e. So ich musste, ich muss, I have to, aber ich musste, I had to. Ich muss Deutsch lernen, I have to learn German. Ich musste Deutsch lernen, I had to learn German. Then du musstest, er sie es musste, ich and er sie es again same. Then wir, sie mussten, and then ihr musstet. Now one more thing, in like most of the conjugations we usually see the conjugation which we have for wir, sie and sie is usually as same to our infinitive form, but we have to pay a little more attention to modal verbs because here the conjugation for wir, sie is not same as our normal verb. So that will be mussten. It will not be mussten, but it will be mussten. So with wir, sie also we will be removing extra umlaut. Same goes with mögen.
And with wir, ZZ, miss, there's already e into the present form, right?
Hmm.
So we'll be using only t, not t and e both, right?
I didn't get your question. Can you, Ashwini, repeat that?
Yeah. In wir and RZS, oh ZZ. Okay,
Huh? Right.
there's all we are adding extra t and e, right, in every form. But
Hmm.
in this case, especially, there's already a e, so we only added t, right?
Hmm. So here, see, if you are here we have E is already there, na?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So here, like in some of the cases, if you like see with do, we have added if you're conjugating normal any a normal verb with do, so we add extra st only, right?
Right.
But here, if you could recall the rules I tell you for irregular verbs, any stem word which is ending with t or d, we add extra e because with tst the sound gets really weird. So to avoid that weirdness we add extra t. So that is why this extra t is there only. So here it is normal, the extra t you are talking about, that has been added here only because we have before s the stem word is ending with here with t. That is why.
Correct, correct. Got it.
Hmm. Now proceeding further with Mugen, can you guys now quickly read that through and then we'll proceed. So Sam, you can read this, and Ashwini, you can read this.
So I need to read the solemn thing?
Yeah.
Like total. So yeah, so oh okay. Mögen. Ich musste, du müsstest, sie es müsste, wir müssten, ihr müsstet, sie musstet. Mussten.
Yes. Now one more thing, and if you guys remember, there is one more modal verb, möchten,
Right.
which means would like to have. Would like to basically. So this möchten, this is in present tense, but mögen becomes mochten. So this is not mochten, this is mochten. Ich mochte, du mochtest, but here it is möchten. So
Okay.
this is present tense with umlaut, and mögen becomes mochten. without umlaut in past tense. So this mochten and this möchten, they are little different in terms of pronunciation and in terms of tense also. So this
Okay.
present
Okay.
tense.
And what's the meaning of mögen, by the way?
Mögen means like.
Like, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Like
Like
mag.
I
Okay, mag. Okay,
right.
okay.
Mag, no? Ich mag pizza. Ich mochte pizza. Maybe you have become diet conscious now and then you don't like pizza. So I liked pizza. So ich mochte pizza. That way. Now, Zolan, Ashwini, can you read that?
Yeah. So sollen start with ich sollte,
Hmm.
du solltest, sie es solltet, wir sollten, ihr solltet, sie sollten.
Hmm. Now, so sollen in past tense also in English remains should, like I should do that. In past tense also I'll say that, but in German we add extra t here. So there is a difference. Wollen, Sam, can you read that?
Neha, I can read that Wallen.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. So Wallen, ich wollte, du
Hmm.
wolltest, sie es wollte, wir wollten, ihr wolltet, sie wollten.
Sehr schön. Now that means ich will, I want, aber ich wollte, I wanted. So ich will ins Kino gehen. I want to go to the movie theater, aber hier ich wollte ins Kino gehen. I wanted to go to the theater. I wanted that in past. Maybe I don't want it now, or maybe I will want it. But this is I want, and this is I wanted to go to the theater. Now, dürfen. Sam, you can read that.
Yeah. Dürfen, ich dürfe, ich
Dürfen.
dürfte, du dürftest, sie es dürfte, wir dürften, ihr dürftet, sie dürften.
So this is also like C and Z. So now, if we talk about conjugation, any confusion with this table or any clarification, this is something like I have explained the best I could because there is nothing much to explain how these are conjugated in terms of explanation much. This is something you have to practice, you have to understand, and then you have to learn.
I
Any,
actually have a question regarding
hmm,
this dürfen. Is it like how it will be in the present tense and past tense? The dürfen will be like, is it allowed to do and it allowed to do? Or is it so?
okay, so
Neha,
let's
can we have sentencing example?
yeah, I'll give the sentences. So Sam, first addressing your query, like for should also there is no different word for should, right? Even in English. So I
Okay.
should do that, I should do that,
Okay.
I should have done that, maybe you'll say about that in past.
Mm-mm.
So allowed, in terms of if you see the English word, that will be same, but if you talk about past tense in German, the word will be different. So uh, maybe ich uh, darf Computer spielen, like I am allowed to play on computer. Ich durfte am Computer spielen. So here it will be I am allowed to play on computer, but here I was allowed. So allowed as an individual word will be allowed only, but you have changed from I am to I was. So the allowed is same, but the tense has changed. I am allowed, and here I was allowed.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Now, talking about sentences, so I'll write some more sentences here. So, ich kann, mm, ich kann das Auto fahren. I can drive that car. Then maybe Ich konnte das Auto fahren. I could drive that car. Maybe you're talking to somebody who did not allow you to drive their car, and then you are telling to somebody else, I could drive the car. Ich konnte das Auto fahren. Now, ich muss schreiben, aber hier ich musste die Prüfung schreiben. So here I must write the exam, and then ich musste die Prüfung schreiben. Maybe you're talking about something from your college time or your school time, and then you are telling us then that I had to write the exam. Maybe I was not prepared, but yet I had to write the exam. Also ich musste die Prüfung schreiben. So sentence formation will remain same. It's just the modal verb will change to past tense.
Or can we say like I must have written the exam? So does it make any sense here?
I must have written the exam, Ashwini. That will become like past perfect tense on present perfect tense. So then it will be ich the
Okay.
Prüfung. Because when you talk about so that will be like ich hatte die Prüfung geschrieben. I have had write the exam.
Hmm. So here we have used have or had, so that's why it will
Yes.
be changed, right?
Yes, because that depends the have which you are using in which sense. The influence is on must or to have to. So that differentiates.
Correct. Correct.
So if you are saying I must have to write the exam, so you cannot like use must and have together, because when you are saying I have to do this, it itself means that this is something which is mandatory. So either in terms of mandation or something which is necessary, either you will use must as a word or have to only. You cannot combine them together,
Correct. Correct.
right?
Makes sense. Yeah.
Now, ich mag lesen oder ich mag Fernsehen. Like I like to watch TV. Ich mag Fernsehen. Mochtest du
We don't use
Fernsehen?
the dedicated word for watching television, or just mentioning the Fernsehen is enough.
So fan plus sehen. That means to watch television. Sehen to watch, and Fernseher. So there are two words. Fernseher. This is television, and
Fernsehen.
Fernsehen. This is with small f because it's verb, and this is noun. So Fernseher, that means TV, and Fernsehen, to watch TV.
Right.
Klar?
Yeah.
Okay. Ich soll any sentence which you guys can suggest, maybe with should.
Play. Spielen.
Ich soll was?
Computer spielen.
Ich soll am Computer spielen. I should play on computer.
Computer games I'm
But
talking
in
about.
but in past.
So that will be like ich sollte.
I should attend a class.
Okay.
I should do homework.
Yeah. Or I should drive the car.
Okay. Ich soll die Hausaufgabe machen.
Yeah.
Dann solltest oder sollte ich die Hausaufgabe machen. So ich soll jetzt Hausaufgabe machen. Like now I should do the homework. Und sollte ich jetzt die Hausaufgabe machen? Should I do the so with past tense you cannot write now, sorry. So sollte ich die Hausaufgabe machen? Should I do the homework? Oder ich sollte die Hausaufgabe machen? In past tense you can write it this way. So since we are talking about past here, we cannot write jetzt, but here ich soll jetzt die Hausaufgabe machen. Now I should do the homework, aber ich sollte die Hausaufgabe machen. I like should do the homework when you're talking about something in past. Similarly with will, ich will ins Kino gehen. I want to go to the kino, to the movie theater. And ich wollte ins Kino gehen. I wanted to go to the movie theater. Ich darf am Computer spielen. I am allowed to play on computer. Ich durfte am Computer spielen. I was allowed to play on computer. Now, before you note down this particular table, let's see one more thing about modal verbs, specifically with können. So, können has three ways in which it can be used. One is this present tense, können, then one is this past tense, konnten, could, but then there is one höfliche bitten here. See here, this höfliche bitten. So when you are requesting somebody to do something, so you always say, could you please do that? That is in present tense, but still you use could or would in a polite manner. So könnten is something which you can use in present tense, but still you would be using adding extra t here. So könnten Sie bitte das machen? So kannst du das machen? This is informal. In present tense, can you do that? That will be like, can you do that? Dann könnten Sie das machen? Bitte. That means, could you do that please? Now here it's sounding like you are requesting. Could you do that when you are asking somebody to do something for you? So könnten Sie das machen bitte oder könnten Sie bitte das machen? Now when you say können Sie das machen bitte? Okay, so now let's pay attention to this particular sentence and this particular sentence. Why, when we are talking about something in present, like when we are asking somebody to do that, then why cannot we use können, but why we have to use könnten? So as I said, könnten, while adding extra t, that sounds little polite. The difference same between can you do that or could you do that. That is one difference. Plus, if you ask somebody in present tense, can you do that? That question sounds like maybe you're asking about somebody's ability to do something. Can you do that? Are you able to do that or not? But when you say, could you do that? That means you are requesting somebody to do that. So when you say könnten Sie das machen bitte, could you please do that? That means you're requesting, you're asking for a favor. But if you would say the same sentence, können Sie das machen? Maybe you're talking to somebody in a formal way, and then you're using können Sie das machen. That will sound like you're asking about the ability, if they are able to do that or not. Can you do that? So that is why, to sound a sentence a polite, like höfliche bitten, we use können in past tense. So not konnten, but könnten. Could you please do that? Now let's see one more example. If you would use this konnten Sie das machen. Okay, so now let's see the difference between all four sentences to avoid any confusion. Kannst du das machen? Can you do that? This is informal present tense. Informal present. Könnten Sie bitte das machen? Could you please do that? That is present and polite, or I should say formal. But if I say können Sie das machen? Can you do that? That is present tense, formal, but it's not a request.
Ability.
Yes, there is, maybe you are asking somebody's ability to do something. Können Sie das Auto fahren? Can you drive the car? Like a similar manner, I may be asking my friend, kannst du das Auto fahren? Can you drive the car? Here, just the difference of formal and informal, but the difference between könnten and können is of politeness and of request, not of formal or informal. Now, konnten Sie das machen? What is the difference between this könnten and this konnten? So here again, this is a polite request, but konnten Sie das machen? That also means could you do that?
But in past?
Yes. So this is your ability to do something, but in past tense. So here also it means could you do that please? Here also means could you do that? But here it means this yellow, that means a request, but here this is about ability. So that's how we differentiate this können word. Können, konnten and könnten. Any doubt with this?
That is clear. But just please write in front of the last sentence. This is for past
Ability in
and
past.
yeah,
Okay.
past. Yeah.
Okay, now what you guys would have to do, take 5 minutes, note down this table uh, in your copy, and then we will do some quick exercises. This table. Note down this table. If you want to note down the examples also, you can do that. Then we will note down this Kyontan difference, and then we'll proceed further.
And how about would you, Miss, will be using Wallen in that case? Walton, I guess.
No, there also we can use like content. Like, can you give me the sentence?
Means like, would you please open the door, or
Then there we will be using Kyonton, could you? That will not be would you. But in case in the if there is any chance where you want to use like Wollen in a polite manner, like requesting somebody, or like informal formal plus polite, then you can just use Walton only.
okay? So there not be the variation just like
No,
Hunan hai, huh? Right.
no. Here the variation happens because in past tense we are removing the umlauts. But
Mm.
in terms of asking something in polite manner, in terms of request, we have to get back to the umlaut.
Right, right. And Wallen doesn't have any umlaut already.
Right, right.
Okay.
Let me know once written.
Yeah, Gesh ribbon.
Okay.
Yeah,
Saurabh?
Yeah.
I have a
Yes.
doubt.
Okay. Yeah, ask.
Yeah, this is
Hmm.
about the perfect tense. Okay, so in every perfect tense, we use gemarkt means in front of every verb we use ge. Is that a
No.
rule? Or
So the third form of every word would be different. It's not mandatory that while making the third form, there will be extra ge added.
mm,
There are like some words, they are not combined with ge in all the sentences.
but most of are
Yes.
like this only, right?
Yes, most of them are like this. As a prefix, there will be ge, and as a suffix, there will be t.
Okay,
Like
right,
machen, gemacht, lernen, gelernt.
right.
So there are different combinations. But schreiben, that will be geschrieben, ge in prefix, but not t added as a suffix. Hmm.
And
Okay.
how about Muston? Muston will be means for these modal verb in the past tense. Muston will be go like this only.
Yes. So
Okay,
Mjösten basically stays in present tense only. There is no specific past tense for that.
okay, okay.
Because that is something little polite which you are
Mhm.
offering something to somebody. Would you like to have this? Okay. Now, Saurabh, you are also done writing this table. Saurabh.
Yeah, Neha. Just 1 minute. I'm done already.
Okay. Now, one more thing about this particular list. So there is one Ratschläge also additional category. So Ratschläge basically is a advice. When you are advising somebody for something. So for example, das Kleid ist sehr schön. Sie könnten das kaufen. Let's say you are advising somebody to do something. So In that also you say could, like this dress is very pretty, you can or you could buy that. So that is again polite but Ratschläger. Uh, So here also you will be using Kjolten, not Konten, but Kjolten. So das Kleid is sehr schön. This dress is very pretty. Sie Kjolten das kaufen. You could purchase that, or maybe you should purchase that. So you could purchase that, like you're advising them. You you can buy that. So this is a best option. So advice. So in terms of advice also, and in terms of höfliche bitten, we use Kjolten, not content, but Kjolten. If we would have used content here, that means you are saying something in past tense. You could buy that. But here it is not past, here it is present tense, but a Ratschläger. So polite plus Ratschläger, again Kjolten. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can note down this particular like sentence list also for Kjonen, Konten, and Kjolten.
Geschrieben.
Okay. Sam, Ashwini, written.
Yeah, Neha.
Sam, written.
Yeah, now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now let's read some exercise stuff from the book where there are a lot of modal verbs in preteritum has been used, and then we will do some practice exercises. Okay, so here this is a second chapter basically from this book nach der Schulzeit, after the school time. So here there are some people who are talking about their school time. So since they are adult now, so whatever they are talking in past tense. So Schul, eine schöne Zeit. Schule, school, a very nice time. Erinnerung, Erinnerungen an die Schule. Erinnerungen, das bedeutet memories. So memories of the school time. So there are some people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So let's read some of the information from these people. They are talking about their school timing. So obviously this is in past tense. Let's read and understand what they are saying about their memories from the school time. So Ashwini, let's start with you. You can read the first paragraph, then Saurabh, and then Sam.
Okay. So this is from Bernard Christianen, uh, school site, 1986 to 1995.
Auf Deutsch, auf Deutsch. 1986 bis 1995. So that's how you read the like sun year.
Yeah. So 1900, Sechsundachtzig and
This that means till now,
bis,
from
bis,
this
yeah,
time till this time.
yeah, bis 1900, fünf und um,
90.
90, right.
Sure.
So, ich wollte immer arbeiten, eine Wohnung haben, erwachsen
Erwachsen.
erwachsen sein, mm, komisch oder derzeit sehe ich das natürlich ganz anderes. In der Schule hatte ich viel mehr Zeit und 6 Wochen Sommerferien, da konnte man machen, was man wollte.
Okay. So you understood about like something what he's talking about?
Ich wollte immer arbeiten means ich wollte immer or wollte means I would wollte is I
Okay,
would
okay,
like
Alex.
to work always.
No, no, no. Okay, let's read. So ich wollte immer arbeiten. That is in past tense. So I always wanted to work.
Right.
Walter, I wanted to work. When he was in school, when he was small, he always wanted to work. Eine Wohnung haben, to have a house. Erwachsen sein. Erwachsen, that means mature. Sein, to be. So erwachsen, sein, together, that means to be mature or to grow or to be an adult. Komisch
Right.
oder funny, isn't it? So when we are putting any sentence and after that we are putting oder, that means isn't it? This is really pretty, isn't it? Das ist sehr schön. oder. So when we place a statement and then we place oder with question mark after that, it means isn't it. Now, jetzt sehe ich das natürlich ganz anders. Now, I see it naturally, obviously, totally different. In der Schule hatte ich viel mehr Zeit. So, haben has hatten past tense. So, we learn haben and past tense of haben and sein also tomorrow. So, in der Schule hatte ich, in the school time, I hatte viel mehr Zeit, like more time compared to now. Und 6 Wochen Sommerferien. Sommerferien bedeutet Summer Vacations. And 6 weeks of Summer Vacation. Da konnte man machen, was man wollte. Again, past tense. Da at means like at that time. Then a person could do, not can, could in past tense. Da konnte man machen, was man wollte. So in that time, a person could do what he wanted. Class?
Yep.
Okay, next.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Lernen Carton Sparks School Seat 1969 to
Auf
1978.
Deutsch. Auf Deutsch.
Ja, Deutsch, okay.
1900.
1900 1906 und 70.
Okay, so das ist von 1969 bis 1978.
Sorry for that.
No problem. Start from here. Lernen hat mir.
Lernen hat mir keinen Spaß gemacht. Ich wollte nur Sport machen. Ich bin so he didn't like learning. Learning was not fun, but he liked sport.
Okay, let's read this first and then we'll understand the meaning. Okay.
So, ich bin aber gern in die Schule gegangen. Ich hatte mit meinen Freunden immer einen Riesenspaß. Hauptspaß, wir konnten die Lehren agen. Kennt noch jemand die Mathelehrer Mishbash? Die Amma. So here it tells that learning was not easy, but he liked sport. He used to go to school a lot, and he used meet with his friend. He used to annoy. What is reason, Spasa?
Reason Spaß, das
Travel.
bedeutet like to have a huge fun. Yes, that's correct, sir. Like to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, so he used to have a lot of fun with his friends, and he is talking about his teacher Agan. So
Okay.
about math teacher, her name is Mishbash. So all this I understand from this paragraph.
Okay. So let's understand from the beginning. Some of what you mentioned is correct, partially correct. So Lernen hat mir keinen Spaß gemacht. So learning never made him any fun. Ich wollte nur Sport machen. I always wanted to do sport. So when we add any verb with Sport in German, we always say Sport machen. We usually don't say Sport spielen to play sport, but to do sport. So Sport machen, not Sport spielen. Ich bin aber gern in die Schule gegangen, though I always went to the school. Ich hatte mir mit meinen Freunden, Dativ mit immer einen Riesenspaß. Though I always went to the school, I always had a blast with my friends. Hauptsache, that means majorly or main thing. Hauptsache. Wir konnten die Lehrer ärgern. So majorly the important thing was that they could have annoyed the teacher. Ärgern, that means to annoy. the Lehrer. So they always could annoy the teacher. Wir konnten, could. Kennt noch jemand den Mathelehrer Miesbach? So does anyone know this maths teacher Miesbach? Der Arme, the poor. Arme bedeutet the poor. When you're talking about like somebody is like the poor guy whom we annoyed a little, so that was their maths teacher. Next paragraph, Sam, your turn.
Yeah. Sibylle Michael Sulscheid. 1996 und bis 2004. Okay. Wirken noch die Englischlehrerin Frau Lindner. Ich glaube, wir sollten jeden Tag 30 Worte lernen und mussten fast jeden Tag einen Vokabeltest schreiben. Man dürfte keinen Fehler machen. Sie war sofort sauber. Zum Glück hatte ich auch tolle Lehrer. Herr Junge in Kunst zum Beispiel, der war super. Das waren meine Lieblingsstunden. Okay, so this girl, I think like she's asking like where is my English teacher, Mrs. Linda? Where was? Is it like Kent? So how do you like say that?
Kennen, that means to know. Wer kennt noch die Englischlehrerin Frau Lindner? So who still knows the like remember or knows the teacher,
knows
English
that
teacher,
Linda
Frau
is-
Lindner?
I think we must learn 30 words. We must learn 30 words every day, and most and fast jeden Tag. Like we need to, we must learn fast every day. Einen vocabulary. No, every day we need to also do the like vocabulary test. We need to write the vocabulary test. Man dürfte keine Fehler machen. Was ist Fehler? Fehler.
Mistake.
So like, sorry.
Mistake.
Mistake. I allowed to do no. I cannot allowed to. I mean, like, I shouldn't do any mistakes. So how do you say like so no one can allow to do mistake.
Right.
She was so sober. So she was immediately angry. She was immediately angry. Zum Glück hatte ich auf tolle Lehrer. Like we had a good happy. Ich hau tolle Lehrer. This great lecturer. Herr Junge und zum Beispiel Herr Junge. So for example in Kunst, I don't know. So it was super. It was super. Das waren meine Lieblingsstunden. Das was my happy hours. Or like
Yeah, like favorite hours. So wer kennt noch die Englischlehrerin Frau Lindner? So who still knows or who still remembers the English teacher Frau Lindner? Ich glaube, wir sollten jeden Tag 30 Wörter lernen. I think we should have to learn like almost 30 words per day und mussten fast jeden Tag. So here as in not fast in terms of speed, but fast as in almost. Fast jeden Tag, that means almost every day we had to write a vocabulary test. Man durfte keinen Fehler machen. So a man, like we were not allowed to do any mistake. Durften, allowed in past tense. So man, so when we say like man, in English we say na like one was not allowed to do mistakes. So for one here in German we write man. So one was not allowed to do any mistake. Sie war sofort sauer. So she was very sour in terms of her nature. Zum Glück hatte ich auch tolle Lehrer. Luckily, I also had a nice teacher, Herr Junge. In Kunst, zum Beispiel in Kunst as in art. Kunst bedeutet art, but here since she's talking about school, so she's talking about the arts class. So the arts teacher whose name was Herr Junge. In Kunst zum Beispiel means for example. Der war super. He was very nice. Das waren meine Lieblingsstunden. They were my favorite hours. So now the main purpose of reading these texts were to understand where and how we use past tense in modal verbs. Now let's quickly do one more exercise. Here, this page number. Here, 4a, Aufgabe 4a. There are some words has been given. Here we have yes no questions and W questions section. Here some information given. Viele Hausaufgaben machen, to have to do a lot of homework, eine Schule-Uniform tragen, to wear a school uniform, am Nachmittags in der Schule sein, to be in the school at the midday, and so forth. Now, what you have to do, you have to write 4 questions using these modal verbs or these W questions in past tense. So you have to write the questions about like you're asking somebody something in past tense, like you had to learn a lot in your school time, so you have to write the questions or statements in this way. And then after writing the questions, you have to ask each other these questions, and the other person would be asking. So let's say Ashwini has written 4 questions, so he will be asking 2 questions to Sam, and then Sam would be answering the questions accordingly, and then Saurabh would be asking Ashwini's questions accordingly. So you have to write the questions in past tense. You can make it a W question, or you can make it a Ja, Nein Frage. So while making a W question plus conjugated modal verb in past tense, and then the rest of the sentence. In terms of making Ja, Nein Frage, you have to put the conjugated modal verb at the first place, and then the rest of the question. Is this clear?
Yeah, klar.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to do with this sentence, right? Like the and yeah. Okay.
Right. So just use these phrases, basically nothing more than that, so that other person can also understand what you are asking about while answering your questions.
Sorry, Neha, can I talk a bit? Yeah, actually, I need to leave now. Like, can I watch the rest of the class by internet and then I'll join tomorrow? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
No
thank
problem.
you. Thank you.
Guys, please keep your written. Should we discuss?
No, yes, no, just 5 minutes.
Okay. Ashwini, are you done writing?
I'm the last one.
Okay.
Yogesh Ribbon.
Okay. Meanwhile, Ashwini, can you send me what you have written? I'll check the spellings and everything.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Saurabh
Yeah.
finishes his work. You can send it to me on WhatsApp. Okay, du Sport machen. Was machtest du in der Schule? Mittagessen. Okay. Wann konntest du viele Hausaufgaben machen? Wolltest du am Wochenende lernen? Okay, so Ashwini, all of the sentences are written correctly except the second one. So
Okay.
here, was mochtest du in der Schule Mittagessen? So here, you are asking what would you like wanted or what you liked to eat in your school in your recess time, right? This is something you're trying to ask here.
Correct.
So the correct formation would be was mochtest du am Mittag in der Schule essen? I'll
Okay.
write the I'll write the correct question once Saurabh is done writing.
मैं एक्चुअली सेकंड वन के लिए ज़्यादा कॉन्फिडेंट था.
Because the way you places the verbs na, that changes the meaning of the statement.
Right, right.
So was mochte du in der Schule Mittags essen? So here, like the influence in which word or in which state, like in which category or in which word you have more influence, so you have to place it correctly. Let me see what Saurabh has written. So, wie lang? Saurabh, can you read that? I'm not able to understand what you have written.
Wie lang viele Ausgaben machen?
What does this mean?
How long do you study your school homework?
9. Okay, we'll write the questions. Read the second one. Was
Second,
in der Schule?
Mittagessen.
Here you haven't used any modal verb in preteritum. Where is the modal verb?
So modal verb are used third and the fourth.
Okay, so you had to use in the second one also, no? Like this, it's the same question which Ashwini had written. So Konntest du eine Schule Uniform tragen? Okay, durftest du am Nachmittag in der Schule? Were you allowed to be in the school in the midday?
Yeah.
This question does not make like much sense. Maybe you can ask mochtest du or wolltest du. Do you wanted to be or you liked to be? Okay, so first let's correct the questions and then we'll start asking each other. Guys, just give me a minute. Just give me a minute.
Yeah.
Hello? Yep. Sorry guys, something urgent like quickly came up. So my screen is visible.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so now let's correct the questions first. In der Schule Mittagessen. must test do ask in their Schule essen. So what you wanted to eat at the midtime am Mittag in der Schule essen.
Okay.
Then next question, or as of now, like Ashwini, the way you have written,
You saying something?
I am saying the way you have written the question,
Okay.
was möchtest du in der Schule Mittag essen? We can keep it as of now as it is also, but Mittags M should be capital.
All right.
Now, we learn. So, Saurabh, in your first and second question, there are no preterito modal verb which you have used. So
Yeah.
let's see second and third question. Konntest du eine Schuluniform tragen? So here, could you wear a school uniform, or maybe you can ask, do you wanted to wear the school uniform? So if you use like
Was
or
to.
wanted, yes, wolltest. So that will make like more sense in this question. So wolltest du die oder eine Schuluniform tragen? So did you want to wear a school uniform? And then next question, what was that? Duschtest du am Nachmittags in der Schule? So maybe mochtest. Did you like to be in the school at the midtime? Mochtest du nachmittags in der Schule? Now, what you guys have to do, you have to ask these questions to each other, and then you have to answer verbally without writing anything. So, Saurabh, you can start first. You can ask Ashwini, and then Ashwini will ask you his questions.
Yeah. So was möchtest du am Mittags in der Schule essen?
Yeah. So ish. Oh, ish.
I'll keep on writing the answers also, no worries.
Ish means möchte.
Mochte, not möchte, mochte.
Ich möchte. Um, ich möchte der Pizza. Pizza. Am Mittag in der Schule essen.
Okay, so ich möchte am Mittag in der Schule der Pizza essen.
Okay.
Oder ich möchte der Pizza essen, just keep it simple. Oder am Mittags möchte ich der Pizza essen. So you can just play around with the position of this ish and then this time frame, am Mittag. That's how you can answer. Now, Ashwini, your turn. You can ask a different question to Saurabh.
Right.
I'll write the question and then answer also.
Okay. So, one contest do viele Hausaufgaben machen?
One contest do viele Hausaufgaben machen. So here you are asking like when you could do a lot of homework.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe Saurabh, you can like answer it in a way using any time frame, maybe in the morning or in the midnight or in the weekends you could do lot of homework.
So ik villa housegaven maken.
Saurabh, verb will always be at second place. Majorly you miss this part. You always make mistake here. Use verb at the second place. Ish and then verb. So
Or we
ish,
can start with the
con,
time from like arm
right,
work, right?
right. So ish konta
Yeah,
am wochenende or
yeah, ik konnte
hmm,
housegaven maken.
am wochenende. So subject plus verb then plus time frame. So ish
So
konta
am is nitmarkt.
am one then
Not mitmark.
nach
Not
Mittag.
tag. Yeah.
Ich konnte am
Not
Nachtag
tag. Villa
Hausaufgaben
housegaven
machen.
maken. Yeah.
Yep. So guys, one more thing, this HAG is just the short form which I am writing. But officially when you're writing any exam or writing anything, don't use this. It's just the
Okay.
short form which I am writing. So this is not acceptable. Yeah. Okay. Now, so either you can write it this way. Ich konnte am Nachmittag viele Hausaufgaben machen. Or you can write it like am Nachmittags konnte ich. Then again verb at the second place. Konnte ich viele Hausaufgaben machen.
Correct.
Now, Ashwini, Saurabh, your turn. You can ask Ashwini.
Yeah. Mostes du am Nachmittag in der Schule.
So, I think we have done this question, right?
We have written the question. We haven't answered this. So here you can also like add sein. Möchtest du am Nachmittag in der Schule sein? Like, would you liked to be in the school in the daytime?
Okay.
Hmm.
9.
Okay.
Ish, or I can say am Nachmittag. Nachmittag möchte
Sehr
ich
schön. Nachmittags
möchte
mochte.
mochte
Not möchte. Not möchte. Mochte ich
ich ähm, in der ich nicht,
nicht
right, ich nicht
ich
in der Schule sein.
sein. No, I don't want it to be in the school in the daytime. Nein, am Nachmittags möchte ich nicht in der Schule sein. Next question.
Okay. Wolltest du am Wochenende lernen?
So I have written the question for you, Saurabh. Wolltest du am Wochenende lernen? So do you wanted to study or you wanted to learn over the weekends? How would you answer?
Ik. Ja.
Yes.
Ja, ja. Ja, ik.
Hmm?
Wanted. Wollen. Ik. Ik wollte.
Walter.
Ik wollte. Wochenende lernen.
Am Wochenende lernen.
Am Wochenende lernen, yeah.
Okay. Are we left with more questions? Saurabh, you can ask.
Yeah. Test. Yeah. Now, second question. So I have prepared two questions. Two questions was in what and when regarding that thing.
Okay.
So wie lang will Housegaven machen?
So that question was wrong. Maybe you can ask wie lange wolltest Du lernen. How long you want to study.
Okay. So, can I start with für?
Yes.
Für, für 2 Stunde.
Stunden, Plural. Für
Ja.
2 Stunden.
Stunden. Lernen.
Verb.
Verb, right? So, wollte, wollte ich, um, wollte ich lernen.
So für 2 Stunden wollte ich lernen. I wanted to study. I wanted, past tense, I wanted to study for 2 hours. This is again a question. Now let's do the last question for this session. Ashwini, your turn.
Yeah. So, driftest du Sports machen?
Durftest
Du
du Sport machen. Sport machen oder maybe am Computer spielen.
Yeah. We say sports or sports means
Sport. Not sports, but sport.
sport. Okay.
SP na. So SP will give sure sound. But only S will give sir sound like sechs, sieben, aber Sport, SP, and then spielen, SP again spur, and then Spaß. So SP give sure sound. Spielen, Sport, Spaß.
Right.
So Saurabh answered this.
Yeah,
Do
sport.
So what you
Yeah. Just a minute. What is the first? So meaning of Durfest is would you like?
Allowed
no,
to.
allowed.
Okay. Yeah, ik.
Ja, ich
Ja, ik Durfa.
durfte
Durfta.
hm,
A sport. Sport machen. Computer spelen.
machen oder am Computer spielen. So you could answer either of these things. Like am Computer spielen. Yes, I was allowed to play on computer.
Yeah, klar.
So I'll just paste this particular thing in your class transcript sheet, and then you can refer it from there.
Okay.
Now let's quickly do one listening exercise before we wrap up the class. I'm just sharing my, just give me a minute.
Deutsch als Fremdsprache. Kapitel 2. Gut gesagt. Aufgabe 6a.
Trainingsprogramm,
Sport.
Kunst,
Aufgabe 6b.
Sprechen,
Student. Aufgabe 7a.
Okay, so now we have to do this particular exercise. Kapitel 2, Aufgabe 7a. So here, hören Sie das Gespräch und korrigieren Sie die Aussagen. Aussagen as in statements. So here there are some statements given about this female Eva, and then in the conversation she is like talking with her flatmates. So we have to listen to the audio, understand, and then we have to correct these sentences. So first we have to identify whether these statements are correct or not. And then as per the conversation, we have to correct them. So let's just quickly review these statements before we proceed with the listening exercise. So Eva wohnt mit zwei Studentinnen zusammen. So Eva is living with two female students together, but the correct answer is Eva wohnt mit zwei Studenten. So this is the correct statement. This is done already. Eva und Beta sind schon lange Freundinnen. So Eva and then there is another female Beta. They are friends for long already. So we have to listen and then understand whether this statement is correct or not. Dann Eva kommt aus Südamerika zurück. Zurückkommen, that means to come back or to return. So Eva is coming back from South America. This statement means this. Nummer 4. Beta studiert Spanish. This female in the striped pullover, her name is Beta. So she is studying Spanish. Is it correct or not? Sören ist kein Student mehr. This particular guy, Sören, he is no more any student. In der Küche ist alles wie immer. Now in the kitchen, everything is same as it always was. So this is the meaning of these statements. Now let's listen to the audio. I'll play the audio twice and then we'll discuss this, whether these statements are correct or not. Verstanden?
Yeah.
Hallo?
Hey Eva, schön, dass du wieder da bist.
Hallo Niklas. Ich bin auch froh. Seit 22 Stunden bin ich unterwegs.
Ach, du Arme. Darf ich vorstellen? Unsere neuen Mitbewohner, Sören und Birte.
Hallo. Niklas hat mir schon von euch erzählt.
Hallo Eva, ich bin Sören. Willkommen zurück.
Hallo Eva, schön dich kennenzulernen. Wie war dein Urlaub?
Super. 2 Monate Sprachkurs in Barcelona. Das war toll. Ich habe viel gelernt und viel Spaß gehabt. Und ihr? Seid ihr schon fleißig?
Ja, ich lerne schon für eine Prüfung. Ich studiere Geschichte und Politik und nächste Woche geht das Semester los.
Und du, Sören?
Ich jobbe im Moment noch, aber nächste Woche beginnt auch bei mir das Semester. Ich studiere an der Technischen Uni Informatik.
Ah, dann kannst du mir bei Computerproblemen helfen.
Ja, gern.
Kommt, gehen wir in die Küche. Eva, trinkst du immer noch so gerne Kaffee?
Klar.
Willkommen in unserer Küche. Dein Lieblingsplatz.
Oh ja, aber hier sieht es ja ganz anders aus.
Na, wir haben etwas aufgeräumt.
Okay, so I'm just playing this once again and pay more attention this time.
Aufgabe 7a.
Hallo?
Hey Eva, schön, dass du wieder da bist.
Hallo Niklas. Ich bin auch froh. Seit 22 Stunden bin ich unterwegs.
Ach, du Arme. Darf ich vorstellen? Unsere neuen Mitbewohner, Sören und Birte.
Hallo. Niklas hat mir schon von euch erzählt.
Hallo Eva, ich bin Sören. Willkommen zurück.
Hallo Eva, schön dich kennenzulernen. Wie war dein Urlaub?
Super. 2 Monate Sprachkurs in Barcelona. Das war toll. Ich habe viel gelernt und viel Spaß gehabt. Und ihr schon fleißig?
Ja, ich lerne schon für eine Prüfung. Ich studiere Geschichte und Politik und nächste Woche geht das Semester los.
Und du, Sören?
Ich jobbe im Moment noch, aber nächste Woche beginnt auch bei mir das Semester. Ich studiere an der Technischen Uni Informatik.
Ah, dann kannst du mir bei Computerproblemen helfen.
Ja, gern.
Kommt, gehen wir in die Küche. Eva, trinkst du immer noch so gerne Kaffee?
Klar.
Willkommen in unserer Küche. Dein Lieblingsplatz?
Oh ja, aber hier sieht es ja ganz anders aus.
Na, wir haben etwas aufgeräumt.
Okay, so understood something from the audio?
Only something.
No.
Okay. So, so do you want me to open the transcription and then you want to listen to it again?
Okay.
Or you want to discuss this first and then we will listen to the conversation again?
Better will be we first discuss it. And
Okay, let's discuss this then. So Eva wohnt mit zwei Studentinnen zusammen. Here, as we already know, there are 4 people: Eva, then Jorgen, then Peter, and then this guy. So there are definitely like not 2 female students, but 2 male students. So Eva wohnt mit zwei Studenten zusammen. Not Studentinnen, aber Studenten. So Eva und Beta sind schon lange Freundinnen. So Eva und Beta, do they already know each other for long?
I think yes.
So that is a wrong statement. They don't know each other for long because she just came back and then the flatmate, which was already there, he told that there are 2 new flatmates.
Okay.
So Georga and Beta, they are totally new for Eva. She don't know any of them already. Now, Eva kommt aus Südamerika zurück. Is she coming back from South America?
I think she mentioned something about Barcelona.
So, 2 Monate Sprachkurs in Barcelona. So, she mentioned like 2 months language course in Barcelona. So, obviously, she was learning Spanish there in Barcelona.
Right.
So, this is again wrong. So, Eva kommt aus Barcelona zurück. So, she's coming back from Barcelona, not South America. Beta studiert Spanish. Beta is also studying Spanish. This female.
No idea about this.
Okay, so she is already learning Spanish. So once this female mentioned that she had a 2 months long course in Barcelona, she immediately asked Beta that are you guys also very like fluent with the Spanish? So there was one statement where she asked, seid ihr schon flight sick? So there was one question, there was one statement. She mentioned seid ihr schon flight sick? So she was asking these 2 new flatmates, are you already fluent? So that means she's referring, are you already fluent with Spanish? Then this female Beta, she mentioned, yeah, that she's studying at the university and next, like in coming some time, she has some exams also. Then Jorgen is kein Student mehr. He is no more a student. Is it right or wrong?
I think this is wrong because he was doing something related to the computer.
Yes. So er studiert Technik an der Universität. So he mentioned that as of now he is doing a job, but his studies are also beginning quite soon, and the new semester is beginning soon, and he's studying some IT course at the university. Then in der Küche ist alles wie immer. In the
No, I think Zeron offered her some coffee, and they all went into the kitchen. So, I was not clear after that what happened.
Okay, so Jorgen offered her, like not Jorgen, but the already person which was there, like her old friend. So he offered her to go to the kitchen, dein Lieblingsplatz. dein Lieblingsplatz, your favorite place. Lieblingsplatz, that means favorite place.
Right.
Then Eva mentioned here, alles sieht ganz anders aus. So this was the main statement here. Here, alles sieht ganz anders aus. So aussehen, aussehen, separable verb, that means to appear or to look. So this means she's saying here everything looks different, ganz anders, totally different. So in the kitchen, everything was not same as always. They might have made some changes in the kitchen. So this is again wrong statement.
Correct.
Now, do you want me to open the transcript and listen to the conversation again?
Yeah, once.
Okay. Saurabh, are you able to understand something from this?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Saurabh, specifically you, what you can do, this transcription file of the audios is already there in the drive. So you can start doing listening practice for A1 also, followed by A2. Just open the transcript and listen to the conversations. Maybe after doing few chapters with the help of transcription, you will be able to understand everything without transcription.
Yep, we'll do that.
Okay. Capital B, Aufgabe. Okay, here, Aufgabe 7a. Let me share the audio again.
Aufgabe 7a.
Audible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hallo.
Hey Eva, schön, dass du wieder da bist.
Hallo Niklas. Ich bin auch froh. Seit 22 Stunden bin ich unterwegs.
Ach, du Arme. Darf ich vorstellen? Unsere neuen Mitbewohner, Sören und Birte.
Hallo. Niklas hat mir schon von euch erzählt.
Hallo Eva, ich bin Sören. Willkommen zurück.
Hallo Eva, schön dich kennenzulernen. Wie war dein Urlaub?
Super. 2 Monate Sprachkurs in Barcelona. Das war toll. Ich habe viel gelernt und viel Spaß gehabt. Und ihr? Seid ihr schon fleißig?
Ja, ich lerne schon für eine Prüfung. Ich studiere Geschichte und Politik und nächste Woche geht das Semester los.
Und du, Sören?
Ich jobbe im Moment noch, aber nächste Woche beginnt auch bei mir das Semester. Ich studiere an der Technischen Uni Informatik.
Ah, dann kannst du mir bei Computerproblemen helfen.
Ja, gern.
Kommt, gehen wir in die Küche. Eva, trinkst du immer noch so gerne Kaffee?
Klar.
Willkommen in unserer Küche. Dein Lieblingsplatz.
Oh ja, aber hier sieht es ja ganz anders aus.
Na, wir haben etwas aufgeräumt.
Little better with the transcription now.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So now, today I am not giving any homework. What you guys just can do, just simply go through what we have learned today from this Excel sheet, and then tomorrow we'll resume learning from this chapter, followed by some more verbs in past tense. Okay.
Neha, can you just update today and last week video?
Right, I'll do that.
Okay. And for A1 also, last 2 days video, I think you have not uploaded.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye guys. Take care.
Bye, Neha. Bye, Saurabh.